Hello and welcome to Pastor's Library. My name is Stephen Redman and this is the channel where we try to discuss all things to do with theology books that might be on a reading list for a bachelor's or master's degree, or books that might simply be on your pastor's bookshelf and books that you just might feel have an appeal for an area of study that you are engaging with. So if you like what we have to say, please give us a thumbs up and click on subscribe and on the bell, and that way you'll be the first to know when we launch another episode of Pastor's Library. So today I want to talk to you about another series of commentaries by Abingdon, the Abingdon New Testament Commentaries. These are primarily available in paperback. I say primarily because I've never seen them available in hardback, but these are affordable, which is quite a point with commentaries, because commentaries can be terribly expensive. And they are aimed in a very difficult zone. There are quite a lot of commentaries aimed at this area. This is not really what you'd call an academic commentary. It's certainly not a technical commentary. You will see use of Hebrew and Greek only on extremely rare occasions. But it is a good level for a pastor to use. I would say these are a really good reference for a pastor to use. Probably these would find their biggest competition right now, I would think, from the New Beacon Bible commentaries, which are just a little bit more academic than these are. And the bibliography is a little bit wider than these. But the Abingdons are excellent. And I can't speak too highly of them. They are very good indeed. This one is Matthew's Gospel by Senior. And it's very helpful. I found, just starting with the nativity sequence, I found that very helpful. As I went through the book, I found Senior's insight to be a good insight. This is a good commentary. One that I think is absolutely outstanding in the series is Robert Tanhill's Luke. Now, Robert Tanhill was somebody that I took a lot of notice of when I studied Luke Acts in my master's degree. And I did find he had some books, a pair of books, one on Luke and one on Acts, together, which were incredibly insightful. So I opened this with a certain sense of expectation, and I wasn't let down at all. I really found this to be an excellent commentary. And if you're looking for something that's affordable, something that would guide you perhaps through a series you might be teaching on the Gospel of Luke, I would really recommend this. It's a very, very excellent commentary. There aren't many commentaries that you could say are outstanding in any group. Always consult a number of commentaries if you can. But if you've got a limited budget and you're just wanting something that's ideal for a preaching basis, I would say to you this series is good, and this particular one is brilliant on Luke. 1 Peter by the unfortunately named M. Eugene Boring, and I will skip over that now. I've read a couple of things that he's written, and I've always been pleased with what I've read. And again, I was not displeased with this. This is a good overview of Peter's first letter. And again, it's got an adequate bibliography. It will lead you to greater reading, which I always feel is one of the big purposes of commentaries, is that they should lead you into more reading. And this is, I would say, a very good book to read if you're about to preach through 1 Peter. So I found it very interesting. He's quite good on the backdrop to writing the book, and it's excellent, really. Now, the one on Hebrews by Victor Fitzner, I was also very pleased with. There is so much in Hebrews to juggle with. It's one of those books which is absolutely a multitude of words from God on every page. And I often feel sometimes that the book of Hebrews is underdone in commentaries. But I feel within the remit of the Abingdon style, this is actually a very good commentary. And he talks about the warnings of Hebrews. He talks about, here for example, is what he says about Hebrews 4:14 to 16, which is a really important part of Hebrews from my point of view. He talks about the parallels between Melchizedek and Jesus, and he talks about, he makes certain propositions which he responds to with certain appeals, and these are all very interesting. But more than anything, he talks about the qualification that Jesus has earned as a compassionate high priest. And I quite liked that phrase, a compassionate high priest. And he talks about the solidarity that the high priest has with his people. And, you know, the word became flesh and dwelt among us. The Son of God has solidarity with the people with which he became incarnate with. This is a worthwhile read. And so, whereas I haven't read all of the Abingdon ones, I've got sort of 7 of them which I have found useful and helpful. And I would have no hesitation in trying any of the others I haven't got. I would say to you that in general, these offer a great deal of value for money. And frankly, when you see a good commentary that is also good value for money, this is an excellent one to consider. So if you said to me, where does it fit? I would say this, again, is really a pastoral commentary, good one for leading a Bible study group. And it's an excellent book that will not tax you overly, but would lead you into further academic reading should you want to use it. For me, if I had to choose between this and the New Beacon Bible Commentary series, I would have to go in favour of the New Beacon. But the beauty of getting to my age and having a decent library is you don't have to choose between. You can often have both. And I think this is a real asset for me in my library. And I hope it will be for you. So that's all I've really got to say about the Abingdon New Testament Commentaries. But whatever you're looking for, always remember to be prayerful about your purchase. Don't just go madly buying because Wordery or Book Depository have sent you a fantastic discount, a voucher if you buy 3 books or something like that. But be prayerful and just ask the Holy Spirit to direct your purchases. And of course, always check that it fits within your allowable budget. So that's it for today. I hope this has been a blessing to you. If it has, please give us a thumbs up. Remember to click subscribe and on the bell, and that way you'll know as soon as we issue another episode of Pastor's Library. God bless you. Bye.